Columbine High School massacre was a school shooting and attempted bombing that occurred on April 20, 1999, at Columbine High School in Littleton, Colorado, United States. Two students, Harris and Dylan Klebold, carried out the attack, killing 12 students and one teacher, and injuring 24 others before taking their own lives. The massacre was one of the deadliest school shootings in U.S. history and had a profound impact on discussions around gun violence, school security, bullying, and mental health. Harris and Dylan Klebold were seniors at Columbine High School. Both had histories of psychological distress, and their writings and videos suggested deep resentment toward society. Harris was known to have exhibited psychopathic traits, including grandiosity, manipulation, and a lack of empathy. He maintained a website where he posted violent threats and writings about making bombs. Klebold, in contrast, was more introverted and struggled with depression and suicidal thoughts. The two bonded over their mutual disdain for their peers and formulated a plan to execute a large-scale attack. The shooters' motives remain debated, but several themes have emerged. Revenge and resentment. They harbored intense anger against classmates and society in general, perceiving themselves as outcasts. Infamy. Their journals suggest they wanted worldwide recognition, aspiring to surpass previous attacks. Psychological factors. Harris displayed traits associated with psychopathy, while Klebold appeared to suffer from depression. Influence of media and culture. Some suggest violent video games, movies, and music may have influenced their mindset, though no direct causation has been proven. The attack was meticulously planned over more than a year. Harris and Klebold initially intended to use bombs to kill the majority of their victims, aiming for a body count in the hundreds. Their plan consisted of propane bombs in the cafeteria, set to detonate at 11:17 a.m. during the busiest lunch period. Car bombs, timed to explode to target first responders. Firearms for shooting survivors. They carried a Tech-9 semi-automatic handgun, a high .9mm carbine, two sawed-off shotguns, and homemade explosives. The attack was supposed to begin with the detonation of the cafeteria bombs, forcing students to flee into the parking lot where Harris and Klebold would shoot them. However, the bombs failed to explode. At approximately 11:19 a.m., after realizing their bombs had failed, Harris and Klebold began shooting outside the school. They then moved inside, firing indiscriminately at students and teachers. Library massacre, 11 to 11:36 a.m. The most brutal phase occurred in the library, where they killed 10 students and injured many more. Continued violence. The shooters roamed the school, firing at students and attempting to ignite more explosives. Final moments. Harris and Klebold retreated to the library and committed suicide. Killed 13 victims, 12 students, 1 teacher, injured 24 others. Shooters' suicides, Harris and Dylan Klebold. Columbine had a lasting impact on American society in multiple ways. School security measures, increased use of metal detectors, security cameras, and school resource officers. Development of lockdown procedures in schools nationwide. Renewed discussions about the availability of firearms to minors. Focus on closing the gun show loophole as Harris and Klebold acquired weapons through an informal sale. Raised awareness of bullying and its consequences. Increased attention on mental health and warning signs of violent behavior. Columbine became a blueprint for later attacks, inspiring numerous copycats. Shooters at incidents such as Virginia Tech 2007 and Parkland 2018 referenced Harris and Klebold. The Columbine shooting, a watershed moment in U.S. history, fundamentally altering school policies, security measures, and discussions around gun violence and mental health.